It's Brad here, and if you haven't seen my most recent video on the Titans Stadium from last winter when they rolled out their initial designs, I'm pointing in both corners now. And in one of these corners is where that link is going to be. So you'll want to watch that video, and now stay tuned because this video is all about how the Titans funding has been secured for the new stadium, and now the fun truly begins. After a public forum hosted by the Metro Council, they finally voted 26-12 to approve the Titans financing on the third and final reading of the proposed $2.1 billion stadium. To recap, the terms include a new 30-year lease and a non-relocation agreement from the Titans and the Nashville Sports Authority. The city is also returning 66 acres of riverfront land to developers to eventually maintain and develop. Additionally, the stadium will no longer be the responsibility of the taxpayer. This is a huge benefit of the new deal. Now let's go back to those 66 acres. Those are going to be prime for development. The city is going to sell them off to developers, and the city is forecasting upwards of $1 billion in the Nashville General Fund to be contributed over the next 30 years. The Titans will also be contributing over $48 million over the life of the lease to the Nashville Needs Impact Fund. Now, this is a fund set up by the General Council, goes towards things like housing, education, infrastructure, etc. So let me now read this quote from Mayor John Cooper about the Titans Stadium. He says, "Tonight is a huge win for Nashville taxpayers. We've eliminated a $1 billion liability created by an aging stadium lease and created a platform for the city to thrive for decades. This was always about more than football. This vote unlocks the East Bank vision for Nashville's next generation. It enables a true smart growth plan for the decades ahead. It will expand our transit network, create affordable housing, build parks and civic space, activate the waterfront, and drive resiliency and sustainability." So like anything in life, there's two sides to a coin. You've got those in town that are in favor of it and those in town that are against it. Now, for those that are in favor of it, they see what it will be, a huge economic boom for the city. Currently, the Titans Stadium does not have a roof on it. So we're not able to attract some events that we will be able to with a new roof, a new stadium which will have an enclosed roof like the WWE, Final Fours, and maybe even a Super Bowl. Now on the other side of the coin, you've got people in town that are more in the affordable housing camp, tend to be, and those people feel like, look, we've got all this money for a stadium, but we have big transit needs, big building needs for new affordable housing, and so many other things. Why are we putting our money into a stadium? It's honestly a good question. And to that point, to quote Jason Freeman of the Central Labor Council, he says, "Here are the challenges we face. We have a housing crisis. We have a transportation crisis. We have an income inequality crisis." Ultimately, I think Jason's got a lot of good points here. But honestly, we can focus on more than one thing at once. So we can focus on those things and build a new stadium at the same time. Okay, so here is my opinion. My hashtag for years has been Think Nashville, Think Brad. So what does Brad think about the Tennessee Titans' new stadium? I think it's going to be fantastic. I think we're going to have things we've never had come to town before because the stadium will be enclosed. So that includes WWE, WWF, whatever they're calling it now, events. That includes Final Fours. And I do think over the next 20 or so years, maybe 30, we'll host multiple, not just one, but multiple Super Bowls. When the NFL looks back at the most successful draft it had of all time, what was it? Nashville in 2018 or 19. We had 600,000 people come to town. It was truly insane. So I think given that opportunity, there's no way they will pass on having a Super Bowl with the new stadium. And honestly, that stadium that we have now had to go. It was very old, very outdated. There was no way to renovate it. No way. So the $2.1 billion that the city and state and county and the mayor's office and all these people that put together this deal, I think they did the best job they possibly could. I look forward to the stadium opening in 2027 and would love to hear your thoughts on the whole thing. What do you think? Is it a good idea, bad idea? Should we be doing it? Should we renovate the current place? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And until then, I'll see you very soon. Cheers.